Hey guys, this will be a very short video just kind of going over the answers to this worksheet that was due, I think, yesterday. So it says, where do homologous chromosomes come from? Well, homologous chromosomes come from the parents. So remember, there's 23 pair. 23 pair, so there's chromosome 1, right? And I have one from mom and one from dad, and they're basically the same. We had a picture in our notes where you can kind of see they have like bands of different color and when they're stained, so you can tell that these are definitely paired up. Okay, so they come from the parents. What's the same about them? They have the same genes. Okay, so maybe one particular chromosome has the genes for how to make the color sensors in your eyes, the photoreceptors. And so they would both have genes that have information about that there. Or if this was a pea plant, maybe they both have information about height or color. Remember, they have the same genes, not necessarily the same alleles, right? So if we go back to the peas example, if this is the gene for height, this one could be tall, and this one could be the short allele, but they have the same gene. So they come from the parents of the organism, and they have the same genes in the same places. During the which division of meiosis? Okay, so this one we did not so good on when I was grading them. And I was a little surprised. There's a really nice picture in your notes that I would have definitely looked at if I was trying to answer this question. And it is this one right here. So it says, during which division of meiosis the number of chromosomes is split in half? So I see right here in this picture before meiosis 1, if I was going to count those chromosomes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, after meiosis 1, in either of these cells I count my chromosomes, how many do you see? Just 2. 1, 2. Alright, so which division is the number of chromosomes split in half? That would be the first division. And so then the number 3 becomes pretty obvious, but let's look at it anyway. During which division of meiosis the double/copied chromosomes are pulled apart? So again, so going into this, I have, remember, this is the original, and here's its copy, and it has a little bit of that different stuff on there because of crossing over, but pretty much here's the original, and here's the copy, and then in meiosis 2, they get separated from each other. So that has got to be the second division. Why is it necessary that gametes have half the number of chromosomes as normal cells? So if I have, here's my egg, and I'm going to draw it bigger just because I need to know what I need to put in there. Right, these are going to fuse together to create that very first cell of a new living thing, which is a zygote. Okay, so that very first cell that we all started out as has to have the right number of chromosomes. Okay, so in humans, that's 46. So if the egg and sperm are going to fuse together and make a zygote with 46 chromosomes, that's the normal standard chromosome number for a human, how many would each the egg and the sperm have to have? Well, half of that. Right? See if I can fit 23 in there. So it's necessary that gametes have half the number of chromosomes so that when they combine or fuse, we're back up to that normal chromosome count. What is crossing over and what does it accomplish? Well, if I go back, redraw basically what I had up at the top, but after the DNA is copied. So if there's a chromosome from one parent, and should have had another color pen here sitting here. Here's a chromosome from another parent. Okay. Crossing over is when homologous chromosomes, so we look back up, remember homologous chromosomes were from each parent. So I drew them single here, but before meiosis starts, they'd get copied, right? So they'd be more like this. So when homologous chromosomes get very close during prophase 1, and they actually exchange some information. So if I was going to show after crossing over, maybe this chromosome has a little bit from that parent. It's kind of hard to see what's what there. And this chromosome has a little bit from this parent. Okay, so they've exchanged information. So crossing over is when homologous chromosomes exchange information during prophase 1. And what does it accomplish? It accomplishes more genetic variation. Okay, more possible combinations of different genes that an organism can put into its egg and sperm. Okay, 6 and 7. If the diploid number or diploid number of a certain species is 10, how many chromosomes would you expect a skin cell of this species to have? So the diploid number, that's the normal number that pretty much every cell in your body has. Okay, it's only the egg and sperm that have a different number. So diploid is the normal number. So how many chromosomes would you expect a skin cell to have? Well, 10. Because the skin cell is one of our normal cells. Okay, so then I just changed the question a little bit. An egg cell, well, that's one of our gametes. Okay, so we said up here that gametes are going to have half the number of the normal chromosomes, so an egg would have 5. Name one way mitosis and meiosis are the same. I had a lot of the people who turn this in talk about that they both grow through PMAT, or they are both cell division. Those are both great answers. Name one way they are different. I'm going to kind of make columns here. So these make identical cells. And these make all different cells. We could say mitosis goes through PMAT. Ooh, that's not an M. 1 time, and meiosis goes through PMAT 2 times. We could say mitosis makes 2 daughter cells, and meiosis makes 4 daughter cells. We could say mitosis makes normal body cells, and meiosis makes gametes, which remember is egg and sperm. Okay, so any one of those differences would have been a really good one for how mitosis and meiosis are different. We're looking at a test. I think I have it initially scheduled for Friday, but I'll probably have it open Thursday and Friday. Let me know if you have any questions.